boring. But if you guys only do a plan for 12 weeks and you put your size on and then you go, okay, great, I'm going to slice up now. That body has not matured to the muscle. A good amount of calories, a moderate amount of work when we're lifting. My thoughts on naps. Absolutely love naps. And these guys will tell you right here. Sometimes I'll train balls to the wall, and then I'll get my protein drink, and then I disappear. Somebody asked, what is my honest opinion on powerlifting? It's the greatest thing there is. I think powerlifting is smarter than bodybuilding. Arnold, you didn't know? Competed in powerlifting. And this is the biggest problem I have with my Titan crew. This is the biggest problem I have with my Titan crew. The comprehension that a program is set up for 12 weeks, but you just restart the program when you're done. The reason why it takes you up to 100% in a certain range of reps and everything, and then you start back over. It doesn't mean you're done with that program and you throw the program out. It just means you restart it. Take the percentage down. Now here's the hardest thing I have with the Titan crew. To do the same plan over and over again. But it's boring. I want to do something different. I'm sorry, this is repetitive. Health and fitness is repetitive. It's not about, I ate perfect yesterday. Now today I'm off. Well, tomorrow I'll eat perfect again. Doesn't work. Today I ate great. Tomorrow I'll eat great, and the next day I'll eat great. Then you start adding those days up. And it's the same thing with the training. You train for a period of time, and then you start back over and do the same exact thing. And I understand it's boring. And I was okay with that. But if you watch any sport, and the greatest in the world, from Michael Jordan, go look at Michael Jordan talk about free throws. All he does, same shot over and over again. Don't you think by the time he made it to the pros, he already had that shot down? And he would continuously do it and continuously work the footwork. And the same thing with Kobe Bryant. Skip that. Go to the greatest quarterback of all time or football player. What's his name? Tom Brady. Same thing. Footwork over and over again. He's the greatest. He's 42 now, still doing footwork. I know that it's boring, and I know the basic is boring, but if you guys only do a plan for 12 weeks and you put your size on, and then you go, okay, great, I'm going to slice up now. That body has not matured to the muscle. So all you just did is you put on 20 pounds, and you just take it right back off. Your body has to sit with that muscle for a period of time. Then it knows, all right, this is actually my muscle. I can retain it as I diet down. Okay? Hopefully you guys understand that. Hopefully you take that to heart and understand that I would rather you be off season for 9 months and then slice up for the last 3 months. That's what I would like you to do. And I know you guys see me sliced all year. I again tell you, do as I say, not as I'm doing. I guess pose. I have to be in shape and do that. It's not the greatest thing in the world to be that way. That's not true longevity. What I'm doing right now is actually longevity. A good amount of calories, a moderate amount of work when we're lifting, a moderate amount. How many sets did we do today? Maybe 12 to the most?
Yeah.
Minus a couple warm-ups. That's all we did, 12 sets for chest. That's not a lot, but it's enough to tear the fibers, get them good, feed the body, and we grow. Oh, here's go. My thoughts on naps. Absolutely love naps. And these guys will tell you right here. Sometimes I'll train balls to the wall, and then I'll get my protein drink, and then I disappear. And I come back an hour later. Pass out. I love my naps. Naps are great. If your body wants to shut down, let it shut down if you can. Especially, again, we're in a really unique time right now, so let your body shut down and recover. We got to do a live with Scotty. Scotty, if you can hear me, man, text me today. I'll text you. We got to do, guys, this guy, just a beast. One of the nicest cats, one of the most freaky human beings in the world. This guy, a bench press champion, one of the greatest in the world in history, but then he's just jumped on over to arm wrestling, and being such a savage in one sport like he was and so strong, he walked in and dominated arm wrestling. I would not arm wrestle this guy. I wouldn't do anything with this guy besides a little incline maybe. This guy's a freak. But Jeffrey, let's make that happen.
Yeah.
These guys will love Scott. And he's no BS. That's the thing with him. He's no BS. Somebody asked, what is my honest opinion on powerlifting? It's the greatest thing there is. I think powerlifting is smarter than bodybuilding. That's my honest opinion of it. I think powerlifting is smarter than Olympic lifting. I'll tell you why. Olympic lifting is an incredible sport with precise technique, and is continuous over and over. But it doesn't develop a superhero body. It develops overdeveloped quads, overdeveloped traps. You got no hamstrings and glutes. So to me, again, I'm going to say what I like. And I grew up to this guy, and I could never beat him in powerlifting, and I'm glad I never beat him because he made me so hungry to continue. A guy named Bull Stewart that you guys would not know. I competed against him. He was a man, man. And believe it or not, go check it out. Drug tested, always passed drug tests. Did an 815 squat, an 815 deadlift, and over a 500 bench. I called him the Black Hercules. He was a role model to me and is today, and he looks the same today. And that's how you know the guy's natural. He's looked this way since the mid 80s to today. Okay, so it's a long time. And he looks the same. But he had this body, this beautiful body like Hercules, but then was strong. And if you guys don't know me, I want to be both. I want to look strong, but also be strong. I want to look like a superhero. That's the ultimate goal when I was a kid. I want to look like a comic book superhero. And so powerlifting does that. All you got to do is incorporate the right diet for powerlifting, and you can develop the most thick body. What you guys don't know is back in the day, the golden era with all those beautiful bodies, all the black and white shots, all those guys were powerlifters. That's how they all started. Go back and talk to these guys. Go back. Arnold, you didn't know? Competed in powerlifting. And if you watched his form on deadlift, it wasn't pretty. But it developed such a strong, thick back. And I think that's the one thing that a majority of society is missing today. And I was talking about this the other day. Can the guys from now compete against the guys back in the late 80s and the early 90s? Those guys are just thicker. They were just bigger individuals and rounder because they all lifted heavy and compound movements. And I know today everybody says don't do squats. Why? Because it's going to make your thick waist. Guys, I've been squatting for 40 years, and when I'm 6'3" and I get my waist down to 30 inches. So, that's a 250-pound guy ripped to the bone at 30-inch waist. It hasn't done much for me in the sense of making my waist thick. Same thing for deadlifts. So powerlifting is the greatest thing. And I also think that you learn how to flex the muscles better when you powerlift, because you have to move extreme weights. And it really teaches you how to isolate the muscles and proper form relative to just going right into bodybuilding and right into those kind of pump workouts. Again, a pump workout's not going to get you the goal that you want. It's going to get you short-term goals, but there's a huge difference, again, by lifting a good amount of weight and building that muscle. That muscle, again, will stay there. And you're going to notice this coming out of this quarantine that we're in. You're going to notice a lot of these famous guys, and you're going to notice a lot of the guys that lifted heavy come out looking the same. That muscle is there compared to the guys that just go in and pump up the body. It's just a water balloon kind of pumped up, and it just kind of deflates. Sorry to be the one to tell you that. That's it for today. I'm going to answer one more question over here. Hey, guys, thank you so much for hanging out today. And again, I'll see you next Tuesday.